Hey YouTube, this is Dan making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, discussion piece on firecraft accoutrements, and mainly flint and steel, but this is translate over to firecraft as well. This is my preferred stuff, and it's all to make my firecraft easier. And I've found these bits and pieces help me to do this so much better. They're all tried and true, easy enough to get. I tend to either make my own or buy them off eBay. And while some of the stuff is a bit more expensive, you can buy cheaper versions, budget orientated stuff, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. But I'm in a position now in my life where I can spend a little bit more money on. My wife earns a decent pay. I'm a stay-at-home dad, but my wife earns a decent pay and we do reasonably well for ourselves. So I can get a bit better items. So that's my position, but you do you, I do me. So that's how it goes. But anyway, before I open that up, these two are really handy. Little craft mat. They're a little cutting board. I get them from the $2 shop. They're $3 for that size, the A5 craft cutting mats. I've still left the plastic on these ones. I put them in kits. They are fantastic. They're a little rubberized cutting mat. You can put them down, cut on them, prepare tinders on them, do whatever you need to do. They are a fantastic little mat that you can just put down, so you don't have to worry about what's on the ground. You can just put it down and then prepare your stuff on there, cutting on it. Doesn't matter what the materials down there is, you can cut onto it and not worry about dulling your knife or whatever. Plus, it's handy to have that mat there. You can pull a pocket knife out, take the things apart, and the little bits just drop onto there. This is a fantastic idea. They are small enough and they are good enough just to put in a little pack. You don't even notice they're there, and they are fantastic. Highly recommend them. You can get them all in various sizes, bigger and smaller. I usually go for this, like A5 size, but then you can go up to A4 and bigger ones again, up to really, really big ones. They are for dressmaking. You can get the biggest ones for the dressmakers, so that they don't cut onto their tables. Tinder mat. This one's starting to get a little bit of wear on it, which I like. A patina. I made it out of an old piece of leather. I cut a lounger, and then I got the leather out of it. It wasn't the best leather, but this stuff, it worked out all right. I made a couple of them up. I got a little bit of the leather left. Wasn't the best leather to do it, but this one has served me well. It's getting some stains on it, but that's all good. Doesn't really matter. It's just for putting down, put your gear on it. Doesn't matter really whether it gets stains on it or not. Again, it's very similar to this. It's just for separating your tinder from the ground, so you can put it down, have a mat to work on, and have it there. And again, you can just separate your workspace from what's on the ground. Even if you prepared your tinder on the mat and then transfer it over to wherever you want. It's a good way of collecting tinder up. You scrape your fat wood onto it and then collect it up and then scrape it wherever you want to go. That's what this is for. It's a fantastic idea. I love the idea of a tinder mat. Everyone knows what this is all about. Pocket bellows. I know I've gone on to the bare bones, by far the best one I've ever owned. It was expensive, but well worth the $50 I bought. It's a really big one. It's a fireplace side one. It's got the one-way valve. It really concentrates the air. Fantastic. These are worth every cent that you spend on them. They are some of the best gear that you can get for it. Only recently got on it. Another bare bones product. Haven't used it much, but it's a heat pad made out of synthetic leather. I think the inside's synthetic and then outside is leather. They say it's up to 300 degrees, but it's for picking up hot handles or hot anything. That's exactly what it's for. So it's a hot pad that you can pick up cast iron with or whatever. So yeah, fantastic idea. Really, really liked it. It was a little bit expensive, about $30, I think. But yeah, I don't care. Fully embraced it. Really, really like it. Again, this is another variation on, I know it's a heat pad, but I could use it as a tinder pad, as well. That was dual purpose. Also got in there it's that rubberized stuff for undoing screw lids. I don't know why I put it in there. I had a big heap of it in there. I put it in there for the moment. Don't know if I can use it yet, but it's in there for the moment. And if I use it, I use it. I don't. But it's down in that thing. I just put everything in pencil cases because at the moment I haven't really sorted out a case for this, for my bare bones gear. So yeah. Then the other ones in there. Now I did put a little bit of fire in this one. I know it's the bare bones one. Put a spark wheel, UTS spark wheel with cotton wool balls and a clipper jet lighter with the toka poker on it. Not that I did use it as a toka poker, but I just like the outside thing. But it's the jet lighter, clipper, and a UTS in there, and a couple of wet wipes from KFC in there. I just put them in there. Then I've got this is, anyone who's seen my channel for a while knows exactly what this is. A couple of titanium chopsticks, but these are for tinder manipulation. Titanium, everyone knows they're light. They don't rust. It'll get a bit blackened and that it does transfer heat quite significantly. So you've got to be a bit careful with that, but it is fantastic for tinder poking, manipulation, holding char cloth down. You need two of them. You just get them. They were about $17 for two. Then you can get the stainless steel ones. They're a lot cheaper. I got the titanium ones because I like titanium. The stainless steel ones for 10 of them, I think, are about $5. So go stainless. That was a gift from Jason. And I've got another blower, pocket bellows in there. I've got the two. I've got the bare bones and I've got this one. And then I got onto Boundless Voyage, and these are the same ones from the same place, has a lot of these titanium. I know I've made my own ember tongs, but I found these ones, titanium ember tongs, perfect size, fits in the kit very well, and I haven't been using them a lot lately, but every time I use punkwood, I use ember tongs, and they are fantastic. They're also really good for, you see me using tongs all the time around here. Tongs are just so useful. I always have them in my kits. I've added them to everything, and they are just so useful for around here. Saves your fingers from getting burnt. And that's just a little discussion piece on a few. You add those few little items, you can get all those pieces. They are not that expensive. You don't have to go the titanium route like I have. I didn't get them for the lightness of them. I only got them because I liked titanium, and they're a little bit, they don't rust. Could have got all the stainless stuff and would have been a little bit cheaper. Same thing, probably wouldn't have rusted and that, but I like the titanium. Just personal preference, as simple as that. You can compile all those stuff for reasonably cheap, and it makes firecraft a lot easier. Not specific to flint and steel, but I do it mainly for flint and steel because that's my jam. But you'll find, doesn't matter what type of firecraft you do, you get those few items and you'll find your life is a lot easier. Anyway, agree, disagree, whatever, put it in the description box, in the discussion down the bottom. Let's have a talk about it, whatever, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching.